Yay. Good morning, all. Yes, it's another live, not live number 3. So we'll see how this goes. And just to say, brew ready as well. How efficient I am. Not. So see, we've got a few comments. Yes, Jamie, I'm up finally. I say up. I've been up since about 6:30, I think. So good old work. Morning, England, John. How are you? Good to see you here. I tried to click on your one the other night, and then for some reason that kept knocking me out. I'm not sure why. So it could be my end. So I'll have a go on that next time, or whenever you do another live next time. Not that I unfortunately know anything about fishing, but I was more of a game shooting man myself. But yeah, game shooting man, more game shooting boy, I think, at the time. So that's a major issue. Oh, right, yeah. I'm not sure. I've never had it before, but that just kept knocking me out. All that kept saying that's private, so I'm not. I'm no expert on these lives either. I'm trying to sort of wing my way through it. Not a veteran like Jamie is. So, but yeah. When you do another one, mate, I'll get on that and see what you got saying, how it goes. Not quite a veteran. Oh dear. Oh, so I thought I'd have a few minutes out of work. That seems to be never ending at the moment, year end as well. So start of another year of turmoil and never ending stress. But there we go. That's why it's nice to do the YouTube and bit just to escape it for a while. But yeah. So I hope everyone's been okay. And I thought Christmas went quite quick actually this year. It normally kind of drags on a bit, but it's yeah. I think we're like suddenly we've just got to sort of like more or less New Year's Day already. So I'm not quite sure how that worked. So I have started watching the live you did, Jamie. I did just leave you a comment, but I will finish the rest of that today. So. And then I can see myself on there. So, but yeah. Well, what have we got? Still in the middle of doing this Lego video. So before I rip any hair out, what I've got left. So I'm about third to nearly halfway through building this McLaren P1. So it's getting there. I did start to do a bit last night, and then work got in the way again. So I had to do a bit of a halt on that. And I will admit, I made a slight boo-boo on the model, and I've got to pull one bit apart. But I'll get that done today. I won't put that bit on the video though, obviously. Though if they see the eye stream down now. But yeah, there's 2 little bits on it that I put in wrong, so I've just got to redo that today. But yeah, hopefully Lego building will be out in the next week or so. But again, like it's down to how easy I can build this. So, but yeah. Now, so looking forward to the next chip shop one, mate. Whenever you're doing that. Limited edition. Yeah. Oh, just give me one tick. Do you know what? I think whenever I do lives, I swear to God, the dog never wants to go outside until I start doing this. So Saturday for next chippy. Yeah, we'll be tuning into that, mate. Whenever you're on. Good to see the customers coming in and having a chat with you. So, but yes, What we got planned? Yeah, like I said, I finally finished that Felbrig one that I wanted to do. As usual, it's just winter time and there ain't too much I can show people at the moment. But I think once spring starts, and it will all come back to life then. So, and yeah, the other day, God, that was bloody cold. That was bloody freezing holding the camera. I knew I should have brought gloves. So, yeah, yeah, the whole family, yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's either a dog, mate. When I notice when I do online meetings, it's either a dog or Amazon. So, um, but yeah, so yeah, so it's good to see you got to 1,000, mate. So, despite it being a bit up and down on the video, but I guess that's what you were saying, how people mess it about a bit. So, walking gear for Christmas. Was that the backpack as well, mate? I think I saw on your video this morning. So, Stephen, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, we try. We try. So, but yeah, I did see I'd gone up to 58 subscribers, and then I noticed yesterday that I'd gone back down to 57. So I guess I pissed someone off somewhere. So, that's perhaps a guy who gave me the comment about the Great Yarmouth video. Backpack hand warmers. Yeah, definitely need hand warmers. I so should have put them in yesterday when I was at Felbury. You thought there ought to be a quick walk round that you'll perhaps risk it, and it wasn't. Oh, so feel it on your hands. Lost 30 subs, 14 subs. Cool, that'd nearly be all mine. Oh dear. I don't know. It's kind of holding steady, but I suppose because I'm new to this, because what have I been doing this now? Well, about 3.5 months, and you will get times where even I think, do we carry on or not? I'm going to carry on because there is lots I want to film, even if it ends up just with a family. But there are some bits that I want to do, and perhaps throwing in the odd different ones, a bit like the Lego video, which didn't kind of travel. So, but but I can see why people after 3 months or so, when you've only got 50 odd subs, if that, why you tend to think, that wears you out already before you even got anywhere. So I suppose a good thing about being a YouTuber, you now start to look at the really big channels and where you don't want to do it, but you can kind of pick holes in it. And it could be me, and it could be just me waffling on, and I could perhaps end up ruining my whole channel now with what I'm going to say. But I do think you get to a point when you've got hundreds of thousands of subs that you could end up just putting any old crap out, and people will watch it anyway. I could be wrong. I just know I used to be one of them viewers, but I just think you get to a certain element in YouTube when you're really up there that I think you can just turf out anything. Well, yeah, I could do lots of insiders, mate, I'll tell you. Yeah, hopefully we'll get 500, long as I don't pay anyone else off. So, yeah, like I said right from the start, I'm going to do it more for me than anything. It's one of them things that I wanted to do. I think right even back to 2017, and I perhaps should have started it then when I did the first ever, when I did the IB for one, and I kind of bottled out, and then work got in the way, and everything else. So, but yeah, I think that's all that matters, mate. So, unfortunately, I've got a job that's quite time consuming. It'd be nice for my actual job to do it within the hours that you contracted for, but that'll never happen. So, but yeah, we'll carry on plodding along. Like I said, we'll see how we get on in 25. We've got like you said on one of your videos, and I suppose a lot of YouTubers are saying, you end up with a whole catalogue in your head of where you want to go in video. So there's no shortage of places I want to go in video. That live to work. Yeah, I'd love that lottery win, mate, so I can just sack it and just go and do YouTube, and that'd be a dream. Yeah, a dream that'll never happen. People like me never have that luck. I gave up on the lottery a long time ago. The missus still plays it, but I gave up faith in it. I think within a year or so as it started. So, but yeah, we'll lottery's a scam. Yeah, I kind of think so. I think scientifically, mathematically, I think for you to get all them numbers and win, I think it's such a mathematical equation. Luck, it's unbelievable. So, and that's before you look at the Euro. I think the Euro, bloody hell, you really know luck is on your side in life if you ever win that one, just to even get the numbers. So, but yeah, but as I'd already, I think I mentioned on your live the other day, Jamie, yeah, we have got the trip booked for this June 25, where we're going to go to Cape Verde, and not picking holes on some of the videos. Obviously, doing my research before we booked the holiday, I did look at a few videos on there, and they're either made by TikTokers or Instagrammers, but it's not how I would have videoed it, put it that way. But there we go. That's just me being an old fart, I'm sure. So we're going to go there, and I'll video how I want to video it, and we'll actually capture and give people some detail while we're there. I did think some of the videos online for where I'm going did lack quite a bit of detail and bits that you did want to know, but we'll get that corrected anyway. So that's when you'll get all get the numbers loose a ticket. Yeah, I've always thought that. Yeah, it's a good chance on that one. But yeah, so this month, when I say this month, it's not quite January yet, is it? Already jumping ahead of the gun already. So January, I think we're going to go and visit this aviation museum I've had in the back of my mind for a while. Bow Vista. We're going to, I believe. Obviously, the wife has booked all this, so I just tag along and make videos. So I'm sure I help finance it as well. But yeah, but we ain't been there before. We wanted to go somewhere. We've been last couple of years. We've been to Tenerife. So we thought we'd try something different. We do normally like going to Egypt, but obviously how a bit unstable it is. Obviously, we ain't going to talk about that on there. It's a bit unstable that way. As much as I'd love to go to Egypt, but it's but no, we thought we'd try something different. So just let me know which airport. Yeah, I just get told where I'm going, mate. So I do get some say in it, but it's I did say I wanted to go somewhere different. And to be fair, she's very supportive with me doing the YouTube, and or how can I put it? She puts up with it. So, but even she said, we'll go somewhere different so you can video that. So all good. So we'll have a week there doing that. So we'll do just like we did with Tenerife. We'll take the trip there and back. Hopefully I'll get the same bleeding comments as I did last time with it's been done thousands of times before. But never mind. Exactly, Vicky is the same. Just let me know which direction to point to go in. Yeah. I normally let the wife drive anyway. Although it's my company car, but but she does get travel sickness. So, but she's okay. She drives, so I just let her drive, and that way it leaves me a lot free more time to film. Then, so yeah, makes it a bit easier. But yeah, January. I've been holding it off because I've been waiting for where we've got a bit of a lull period in filming, especially over winter. So I've got an aviation museum not far from me. So I'm gonna get that filmed. I thought come January it might be a bit more quieter there as well. So we're gonna go and do that filming. I have done because they've got a Vulcan bomber there. I have done one research on that. And I do know that's definitely been to Ascension Islands and that, but we'll go over a bit more on that when we do the film. So hopefully I'm going to catch that, weather depending, in January, I think. So, and then hopefully at some point get this bloody Lego video done. But yes, so we thought we'd do this live. I'm not sure how busy people were today. I know it's that kind of lull period that you always get each year where you get that bit between Christmas where you get a few days where some people will go to work and some have perhaps booked it off on holiday. And when you do go into work, very little people are there or no one wants to do anything anyway. So I certainly know my head office and I don't think they do, and they're pretty much closed down. So I can't really do a lot till next week anyway. No, no one else has told me. Yeah, it's there is quite a few other little walks that I want to do. We'll try and squeeze in. And I know there's a few childhood ones that I want to do as well. I think my father's assisted me on one of them because there's a place where we used to go a lot as a child, but it's kind of out of the way and it's gated now. But luckily, I think we can get access. But I do want to film that. That's going to be quite a long walk, and I don't think I've been there since my 20s. So about a million years ago. but yeah, I want to try and get that done as well, and I'll perhaps try and do that over winter while that's a bit quieter. So that's the pros of being just that much. Speaking of which, me and planes. Yeah. I'll a bit of a. I'm not going to say I'm nerd level on planes. I've definitely got a liking to planes. I can name a few. Unfortunately, I'm not at Jerry's level, but on Big Jet TV. But yeah, I don't know. That's just something about them. You can't beat an old plane, really. And I have to admit, trains as well. But again, not quite the anorak level, but but yeah, anything mechanical really. Always interesting. I've always been interested in how engines and that kind of thing work, and I think it's something that I should have. I think I should have perhaps gone into that field really. We sort of like this when we was at school or ending school, and it was either I was going to go the mechanic route or the army. But unfortunately, as usual with teenage boys, the army bit looked more exciting, so obviously I went that route. So. Also, I didn't think at school I did good enough education-wise for mechanical things, but hands-on mechanical things I was quite good at actually. So, but there we go. We always make these great choices when we're teenagers. So I blame it on Schwarzenegger and Chuck Norris, mate. They were very good recruitment videos for the forces. Yeah, because I use a Surface Pro 9 I'm on at the moment, and that's got one of these cameras that sort of moves around with you and that. So. But yeah, sometimes that's good on meetings and sometimes it isn't. So, oh dear. But, yeah. So, anyone got anything good planned on New Year's Day? We'll be over Kings Lynn Way then. We're going to go and see my parents for New Year's Day. Since over Christmas, they were away at my brother's. So, yeah. So we will go and see what they've got to say. Yeah. That's quite funny how that's kind of landed this year because that's one of them days that reality kicks in from Thursday for another 12 months. So, and I know for me, Thursday that'll be a lovely whole accounts day and billing and invoicing. But I think I might escape some of that because I think I think that's a family funeral I've got to go to later this week. So, yeah, it's a bit all go already this week before we even get there. But yeah, it's always weird that period between Christmas and New Year because you kind of want to do stuff, but you sort of can't be asked really. But yeah, I suppose I'm kind of lucky. Norwich Airport is round the corner from me. It's literally about 5-10 minutes drive, if that. Fortunately, it's not that busier airport, not like some of the main ones. It's busier than it was because Ryanair joined flights for 2024, and I know they're continuing for next year. So we'll see how that goes. So Norwich Airport definitely busier than it was. It's just a shame you perhaps can maybe get Jet2 out of there as well, really, because at the moment we've only got Ryanair and TUI. And like I said, Ryanair's a fairly new concept there. So, but yeah, it's slowly getting there. But if you want to do a whole plane spot on day there, yeah, I think you could be a bit bored because there ain't too much go out of there. Although the oil rig helicopters still work out of there. So yes. I don't know what we'll do in 25 on the National Trust front because I'm not kind of a member anymore. There is reasons for it, but we won't talk about them on there. But used to have a job cleaning helicopters. Yeah, I bet that was interesting. So yeah, I don't think I ain't been in helicopters since I was in the forces. So, which, as we know, then mainly piloted by RAF nutters. So bless them. But yeah, you can't beat helicopters. One of them vehicles. That's not like a plane. You get in a plane. Once you took off and landed, that's about it, really, unless you get any turbulence. But a helicopter, literally, the moment you get in that till you get out, you're in that the entire time you're in it. It's an interesting contraption, if I can put it that way. But and how it works. But great fun, definitely great fun. I certainly know when I was in the forces, we used them all the time. So. But yeah, well, forces seems to have gone back so many years now. Can you think about doing skydive for charity next year? Now, even when I was in the forces, I had a chance to go and do parachute, and me being a bloody tight ass, this was while I was in army training, and but they wanted you to pay 50 quid to do it, and I was too tight to pay the 50 quid and did what? Even though ever since I regret not doing it now. But yeah, I can remember that being on offer. I think I was a bit miffed at the time because I thought, well, doesn't the military own parachutes and that? Can't we just do it for free? If that had been free, I'd have done it. But yeah. But me making my wonderful, great choices that I've done in life, then yeah, I did do it, but I wish I had done now. But no, go for it, mate. Let me know if you are, and I'll put your sponsor in. So, mate, are you gonna film it? Do it live, mate? What are you doing? £50 each to pay for the officers. Nothing. Yeah. yeah. I think that's to pay the weekly nappy bill, mate. So, oh dear. Never mind. Label the days. So, terrified of heights too, so should be good con. Yeah, I bet it will be, mate. Do it as a live. You can't edit it then. No, that'll be good. Yeah, good luck to you, mate, if you do. Dude, honestly, I'm not sure whether I'd be brave enough to do it now. Possibly I would. Yeah. I think it's one of them things. I've always said there's this kind of list of things that you want to do while you're here, and first guard over to beat is yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a few things I've done in life, and I think it's just one of them. Even if and I've always said to the kids, even if you only do it once, and I've perhaps been fortunate to do a few of these things for nothing. And like I talked about before, going on a motorbike, although I don't have a bike license, I just was a passenger. But again, 100% totally get why people do bikes and that. That really, because this guy who took me on the back of his, that was quite a big engine bike, and we won't talk about the speeds he may have got to. But yeah, it was. We didn't hang about, put it that way. So I've always said, if you get a chance to do that. And another one that I did was in the forces, where we went to Switzerland for a week and did skiing. Again, very fortunate I was able to do that. But the skiing, totally get why people do it. A bit like the motorbikes and that, totally get it. It's something different, and it's something you can't explain unless you do it. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite at Roger Moore level with the skiing, but I could get down the hill. So I don't think I'd ever be picked for the England downhill team, but again, the feeling of doing it, yeah, I totally see why people do it. It's certainly something you'd need to do to kind of understand it, really. So, and again, I suppose the parachuting's another one as well. The skydiving, again, that I haven't done, but I can imagine what you would get out of that. Yeah, I totally see why people would do that. So, Eddie the Eagle, yeah. Actually, after doing skiing, I got a lot of time for him. I thought he had a lot of bottle. I thought people mocked him and that. I thought you ought to get. I can only imagine how high up these things are. I just know the bits of skiing I did, which was just bog standard bloody tourism downhill stuff. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to think when we went to Switzerland now. So this would have either been 89 or 90. Could have been 1990 when we was there. But and that was pretty high up the mountain we was on doing the skiing. But for the ski jumping, hats off to them. I can't imagine the bottle they have to do that, because there's just so many elements of that could just go wrong. But yeah, no, hats off to him. He did it. He had the bottle to do it. It's one of them film, because I knew there was a film about his life doing that. I've never even seen that. So, but no, we're not a skiing nation. We're never going to bloody win stuff like that. So, but at least we give it a go. That's the main thing. Yeah, I must watch the film. I think every time it's been on telly, it's sort of either been halfway through or near the end or something. So I must reach out and see if I can find that. So going back to just changing the subject slightly, going back to the YouTube and thing. Now I don't know whether other people have this as well, or it could just be the wonderful luck that I have in life. But what I have been amazed is some of the videos I've done where you've actually spent quite a bit of money to either get in or go and do the event to film. And they seem to do on views worse than the bloody ones that you just go and do off the cuff, like as a walk. Yeah, it's quite funny. There's just a few videos that I've done on there which weren't cheap to go and make, and they've really not done that great at all. But and then, like I said, the Yarmouth one, I literally did it off the cuff. I actually ended up and filmed more than I was perhaps gonna do because I literally just went out just to get a film done. To be honest, like we all do every now and again. And I can't believe how that did, actually. I think that's on nearly 300 views. I never expected that. And as usual, apart from a £3 parking ticket to park up, that sort of, yeah, didn't cost anything really. So, couple of quid parking, yeah, that's all Yarmouth was, mate. And that was quite hilarious. That had actually got as many views as it had. I did, to be fair, I did help push it along a little bit on one of the groups on Facebook, but yeah, I never expected I'll get that. Yet there's been other ones where I've spent a lot of money to get in. All the missus have spent a lot of money to get in, and it's they've just done crap. And I just, but I know perhaps when you do your own research, where you go and search for videos of the topic or place you've been to see whether yours comes up in the search. And I'll tell you what, mine don't come up very rarely ever. Do my videos come up in the search? And what made me laugh, there was a couple of places I filmed that where YouTube has pushed videos from about a year, 2 years old, instead of the ones that I filmed a month ago. And I thought, well, that's great, but people who are visiting these places want the latest. I know, like when we search Cape Verde, I will always look for literally within months, weeks of video, not something from 2 years ago. So, to be fair, the video I didn't get anywhere near as good as I thought. Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. That is a bit of a kicking, really. Especially, like I said, no just kind of disrespect really to other YouTubers, but I just think if I'm going somewhere for 2025, I don't want to see something from bloody the end of 2022. I mean, to me, I don't know what's going on with the search. This is where I kind of think sometimes they favour some channels. That could just be. I mean, it is what it is. But it's. But I'm thinking if I independently are searching to go somewhere, I want to see the most recent kind of view that people have done where that was, and not something from like 2-3 bloody years ago. Yeah. Well, I think if the algorithm likes me as much as the National Lottery does, mate, then I should be on a winner. Oh, dear. Yeah. We will see. We will plod along, carry on, and see how it goes. Like I said, we'll see where we get to by the end of 2025. We can hopefully pack in quite a bit of content in that time. But yeah, I'll do what I try and find some of these out of the way walks, so that people perhaps wouldn't normally film. The only blessing that I have, like I'm sure many other people have, is these big YouTubers only want to go to the popular big name places. There's certainly a few I follow, and I'm thinking there's places I would go to, even within my own county, and they've never even been. They just want to go to what they think is going to be a hit, but I don't know. I suppose it gets clicks, so it could be the one that gets things going. Yeah, we live in hope. Like I said, what am I? Sort of like I said, what about 3.5 months in? So I suppose I'm pretty much a baby to all this yet. So, so yeah, I've got to keep going yet. But we'll see. But I can also see how that can get depressing for people as well. Especially when, I suppose, unless you're a YouTuber, you don't understand how much work goes into doing this and how much you have to put yourself out to do it. I think viewers think I was at it. I don't think they realise how much you've had to do to get in there to get that done. Folk, especially now looking for places normal people can go. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Definitely, I would say there's been odd videos that I've maybe done not for me at my level, not done too bad on, but I would definitely say, yeah, the walking ones seem to be, if not getting more popular on YouTube. And I think where you go into the studio and that, and you can see what's trending or kind of what they think that you ought to be doing, and the walking ones are listed up there. I think that's definitely an area where actually I think there's certain the big YouTubers maybe started there, but they're not doing that now. And I think they've kind of forgot all that. Maybe. I don't know. Could be just how they're sponsored now. But no, I definitely think that's an area that is going to grow because it's definitely in the popularity chart. So, and yeah, people don't have the money. I know I'm kind of lucky at the minute that I suppose we can afford to do an abroad holiday, though I think we're only going to go abroad once next year. So I'm sure that'll help the green people like me saying that. Yes, it's not going to be 2 flights in 25, only one. So, but well, unless because I get Prime Minister, then obviously I can go out futons. But anyway, a lot of times we usually go with the sponsors. Yeah, it's you can clearly see ones that started off what we're doing, and yeah, and you can clearly see suddenly out of nowhere their video and location and film bits suddenly change, and I just think, right, where's that come from then? So PM, cool, bloody hell, mate. Oh Christ, I think the country go mental if I got in. I've got a whole list of things on bloody altar, I'll tell you. So some not repeatable on there, but no, to be honest, do you know what? There's a few that I used to, like I said, I ain't gonna name them, and I really used to like them, and I know they think they've changed for the better, and I'm sure that's helping them. But I actually that puts you off of them. I suppose it's worse being a YouTuber yourself now because you get to know what's going on. And I suppose if you were just watching it just as an independent for the clickbait size, I suppose that'd be different. But yeah, it's just a bit off-putting when they really go off like that, and you can clearly see they're being financed by someone. Especially the ones that don't want to admit it when they even get asked by the viewers, and I just find it rude. I'm always honest with people. May not be what they want to hear, but I will just tell them. And they either like it or they don't. I'm afraid that's how I am at work. I won't sit there and bloody bullshit to people. You know, to me, what's the point? It is what it is, and you either want to follow like people, get on, or you don't. Yeah, you can, mate. You certainly can spot things. But it's I still maybe right or wrong. You know, you could. There's some of these channels I've watched with the older guys doing it, especially for new YouTubers, and they do come across pretty well. I do like watching them. But I, what's I going to say? Bloody hell, this is good getting old, isn't it? I was going to say, I was just like how they blown a gale. Yeah, I heard there's meant to be storms coming. That's pretty calm here at the moment. There's a slight breeze, but that's about it. So, but yeah, it's trying to think what I was saying now. There you go. Lost my train of thought there. It's all kicking in, isn't it? What I was going to say, that's it. That's what I was going to talk about. I don't do any scripts or nothing. Mine will be, as I said to a few people who have commented, I'm not doing a bloody history channel, so I'll leave that for the PhD people to do. Mine, like you've done on yours, it's there for the walk. You see what you see. If you know a little bit from your own experience, history, you do, and if you don't, you don't. But I've always said I'm not having teleprompters and doing scripts. So for what to do that bloody crap, then you'd go on telly, wouldn't you? So I'm afraid I'm just some middle-aged git wandering around looking at places. So I'm not going to be doing teleprompters over. I'm not doing scripts. I didn't really want to get into the point where I'll take maybe some notes, but I don't want to get to that point. I didn't want to do that as part of the channel. It just wanted to be me. Literally natural, literally raw, how it is, what you see, and we take it from there. So I didn't want to go into that bit of doing lots and lots of research and turning it really into like some bloody documentary. It's meant to be pretty chilled, pretty relaxed as we wander around. There might be some areas where we go that I know a little bit only by going there a lot. But yeah, so and like I said, there was one comment I had, I think, in Norwich, asking me about, oh, well, I should be going over a lot more history, and I thought I'm not that channel, mate. There'll be a lot better channels with a lot more qualified people than me to do that sort of thing. So maybe watch theirs. If you want detail. So I'm not going to put detail because all that'll be is comments from people saying, well, that's wrong. So I don't bother going there. Hey, you've got it recorded from me. So, yeah, we're not going there for detail. We're going there for looks. Instagrammers do it all the time. But anyway, so yeah. That's why I'm putting links to places I go. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And somewhere I've been invited in, I get the links direct from them. No, I never remember facts either, mate. My daughter's good at that, but I was perhaps not too bad in my 20s, but yeah, I'm completely useless now, mate. If I was that good, if I was that academic, I wouldn't have gone to bloody forces. But there, never mind. We'll plod along, mate, and do our little bit for the country. Oh dear. But yeah, there's definitely some bits out in parents' way that I want to get filmed. And that's maybe good that I can get into some private places that you couldn't get to. But we'll try and get them covered in 25. So, and there is some changing YouTube one video at a time. Oh yeah, absolutely, mate. We're getting there very slowly. So we'll keep chugging along. So yeah, it's I definitely got some, not to bore people, there's a few old railway walks that I want to do, just to more anything, just to see where they are now. And again, I know there's one or two YouTubers who have done these, but we'll do our take on it. But I also know there's a few that I don't believe have been done, because there's one out Kings Lynn Way which I don't think has been done, and that's not going to be done quite how I would do it. So But we'll try and give that a go during 25. It's funny now because when folk talk shit on video. Yeah, there was whether he's listening or not, who knows? But the one who commented at Yarmouth, anyone who comments, I will always go and look at their work because it could be, that they can advise you on stuff. But it was quite interesting. The one at Yarmouth, when I went to look at their channel, I think they'd made 3 videos and 1 short, and that was like a year and a half ago. And I thought, right, but you're lecturing me. So I thought the comment, I thought, you've obviously just come and looked at my Yarmouth video. You haven't looked at the rest of my videos, because then you would have got an idea and explained why the Yarmouth video was done, how the Yarmouth video was done. And Yarmouth, I was always going to do, like with the Fula Coastal main resorts, I was going to do possibly in the spring anyway, when the weather's picked up a bit. But before the season starts. But I did want to do the full-on videos. And again, it'll be done on my take because I know that they've been done by a lot of bigger YouTubers anyway. But yeah, it's not. Like I said, I've had a few. I haven't had any real bad comments yet, so I'm sure they're coming. But I have had a few. I've had one on the Tenerife one. I've had one on the Norwich one. And again, just like Yarmouth, Norwich, I haven't actually filmed the bits I want to do in Norwich yet. I've got a whole collection of videos I'm going to be doing for Norwich, because the bits that I want to do and I've got ideas for, you're not going to be able to do in one video anyway. And just to give a glimpse of what is coming, what I've had planned actually in my head for years, which I will do in 25 for definite. I plan on doing one part of the Norwich video is going to be me going round the entire, or what's left of it, the Norwich City Wall, literally all the way round, and showing where it is now. And again, there won't be any history on it, not doing that, but we'll show how it is now. That's one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And now we're videoing, we'll get it videoed and do it as a video. It's one of them, as usual, when you have these million ideas in your head. But I've had it in my head for a while, and that's what I want to do. So that'll definitely be done in 25. Again, it's going to be a whole day of filming to get that done. But that's one of what I do. Plus, like I said, we'll do other parts of Norwich anyway. Also, Norwich Castle we're going to do. Somehow I've got to check the score on that, what I can video and what I can't. I know outside I'm fine and that, but I'll have to see what I can get away with the rest. But I've also been waiting on, because they've been doing for the last few years, they've been completely renovating the entire castle, which will be quite interesting because I haven't been up there for quite a while. I don't think I've been up there since about 2013, I think. So we'll so that one I want to try and fit in 25 as well. I'm just hoping that the castle's sort of ready to go now, which would be quite good. So that's another one on the list, coming. Not to give away all the secrets, obviously. But yeah, but definitely in the next 3 months, I want to get the City Wall walk done. That one, I don't think anyone's done. Not that I wouldn't say I've particularly researched it. I had a really odd video that was 100% disliked. Really? Wow. God. Yeah. Like I said, I've had a few quite criticism ones. I've had nothing bad yet. I'm waiting for it. But yeah, I had one on the Tenerife one. There was one on the Norwich one, and like I said, this one at Yarmouth. And like I said, when you do actually research these people, yeah, you think really. I don't know. Hats off to them, because I wouldn't go on people's channel talking about the stuff or having a go how they do. And again, I think this is where you need to be a YouTuber, because you'll actually see the bloody effort people have put in to make these things and to do the editing. And, you know, to even, if you can have the balls to go in front of cameras doing this kind of stuff in public places and that, just, you know, it's quite easy to troll and mock and that, but it's, you know, whatever happens, there is obviously people who do want to see this stuff, and you know, the chances are they'll come and watch these things when we're not here. So, but there we go. Never mind, each to their own. So I can put up with it. Can't be any worse than what I get from work. So once you start getting troll comments and stuff, you know, you should, oh yeah, definitely, mate. And you say, I don't know what, I think I might have talked about this on the last video, but my Norwich to Tenerife flight video wasn't doing well. I suppose for me, it was doing a bit normal. And this is while we sat at Tenerife one night watching entertainment, and then you just happened to look on the studio and that video, I had a couple of, which I thought, child comments on there having a dig, so I just answered them nice and politely, like we do, and then suddenly, after these two stupid comments on there, that video just started going into the hundreds, and I just thought, really? I thought it's obviously pays to have lots of good troll comments, because it obviously gets the video pushed in. So, but yeah, I don't know. I just know normally when I have a video and you get someone giving a bit of a dig comment on there, it seems to move the videos. So, you know, bring them on. That's great news. Yeah, any comments you can do on that, you go for it. So if that helps push it around, and but yeah, I did notice that, and that was the first time, I think, obviously being new to YouTube, that was the first time actually that I'd noticed that I replied like you do to these comments, and then suddenly that video was just going up and up, and that's the first time I'd experienced that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's got to be something in the algorithm. It's the only thing I can think of. And I think they do say, I think, aren't you assessed on comments in the community part? But I think I was reading. So, but no, well, probably testing how you deal with things. Yeah. Yeah, that was a test, mate. I'll tell you. I think, yeah, you know, bring it on. I did think, you know, have you got nothing to do? But obviously not. So I wish I had that amount of time spare, like I could go around trolling people, mate. So help make the video popular. Then, yeah, definitely angling. Yeah, like definitely. That's the first time actually. Like I said, I'd noticed it, and that was quite amazing. I thought, wow. But yeah. How you handle situation? Yeah, no, like I said, I'll put up with a lot worse. Let him crack on. So, in my eyes, you know, if it pushes a video, then fill it up with comments or all I care. So, I will answer as many as I can. I always will. If they think they're going to get under my skin, I thought good luck. So, I have quite a job where I have to deal with a lot of difficult people in my role outside of YouTube. So yeah, happy on YouTube to answer any comments people have at all. So may not be the answer they want, but you know, more than happy to answer. So what I've tried to no. Serial dislike. We just say thanks for the view. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I did on the arm of one, mate. I just said, you know, thanks for the comment. So cheers. Perhaps that just that one comment, perhaps that'll push a Yama video around. But no, it's quite good. So, you know, anything that helps videos move around, mate, is what we're looking for. So yeah. Oh dear. Don't time fly. Look at that, 54 minutes. Feel like I'm doing a bloody keynote speech. No, I ain't really. I ain't that high up. Oh dear. So are you at the chippy today, Jamie, or what sector you work in? I work in physical security. So my provision I do at work is I'm contracts manager, and I have a what's my staff count at the moment? I think about 70 staff. But if I add the support services, I've got over 100 staff. But yeah, we provide physical security presence on client assignments. So I've been doing that for too bloody long, really. I've been in the private security sector for over 30 years. So started at the bottom each time and worked my way up. So I guess I must do something right somehow, or have a lot of luck. Perhaps the luck part, but not at work till Thursday. We open for. Oh, okay. All right, so you got a bit of a break then. That's good. So yeah, I'll like I said, I'm over Mother's all tomorrow. And then I'll try to think where we are. See, nearly up to the midweek video. Can imagine you get it. MP5, cool all the days. Yeah, I got it when I first came out of the forces. I did go and do a close protection course. But unfortunately, I had to finance that myself, so I never got round to doing the second part of it. Which again, I regret it now, and I wish I'd have borrowed the money and finished it. So, and then when I look at it now, and I think, I'm just too bloody old now. So, but most of my work now, apart from where I'll go out and do bits on the sites, most of my work now is bloody admin sitting in front of a PC, and as companies and as ours change structure, you seem to get landed more and more admin work to do, and it gets to the point really you could just sit in front of the PC all week and never move. Just so time consuming. But it's okay. It's quite stressful at times. I just think, God, there must be bloody better jobs than this. but there's other bits. I like to go out. I suppose just getting stuck behind the PC you hate. I actually like to go out and do the hands-on bits on sites and actually see people, chat to people, and do that part. That's the part I like. And going out, seeing new stuff and showing them how we do things and what you've learned, I suppose, through life as well, in that role. So it's definitely like the hands-on people side of it. But it's just a shame that obviously, like every job, you have to do the admin side as well. So, and I have to do bits of accounting side as that as well, and how we all have purchase orders. So, but yeah, no, it's not too bad, but it's yeah, it's okay. It nearly pays the bills. So, my forces, I did a very secret in personal stuff. Yeah, that seems to be a thing you do. I don't think you know a lot else, Jamie, do you? So you go out and do that. So, but I suppose what was I? Because I didn't do that long. Well, I did my minimum contract time, but it's unfortunately for me the forces wasn't going the direction that I wanted it to go to, and I certainly. On the RSM's interviews, I certainly made him aware of that. And then suddenly, months left to go, we can offer you this, and this now. And I thought, oh, right, stuff that you should have offered me a year ago. Now, suddenly, just before I go, you want to offer me it. And I'd already made my mind up then. So I think the problem is, as usual, with the forces, as I'm sure Jamie will know, it's very bloody face fit. I suppose every street in a lot different, really. But yeah, it's if you was in the right circle, you could get on swimmingly. and unfortunately, I wasn't in that circle. So yeah. So I thought it was time to move on, and yeah, we came out and had a little bit of a break, and then yeah, we ventured into the private security world. So yeah, again, that kind of didn't go where I wanted it to go to, but I think bits of my private life got in the way as well, and then you end up just plodding along, and then next thing you know, you got a child. so yeah, but there, never mind. Right, I think we'll maybe call it a day now. What we got? Oh yeah, for sure. My serious nephew did very well, while the rest of us got shit on. Yeah, I know the feeling, mate. Yeah, totally sympathise. Yeah, like I said, I more or less come top on this course I was on, where you should have gone direct to that platoon, that department. Did I? And then there was people who come eighth on the course would just go in there, and I thought, Christ, this isn't your mate, is it? So yeah, but never mind. We move on. So anyway, I will call it a day, guys, for today. We'll most likely get a live done next week. I'm not sure when. I will see what day I can fit that in around work or in a lunch period kind of thing. We will see. We will get one in somewhere. So anyway, thanks guys for appearing on my number 3 live, and we will carry on and see what 25 brings us. So anyway, thanks again, and I will catch up with you guys very soon.